Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to take this time and I'm going to say thank you to everybody who subscribed. I really appreciate everybody subscribed. And like I said previously, I wasn't going to do any more keto stuff and I wasn't going to do any more videos on the keto stuff, but several people have asked me. So not that I'm the keto king, because I'm definitely not, but I do have some cool things. And this recipe I'm getting ready to show you guys, to me, is so filling that you really just don't have to really eat anything. If you're only eating one time a day, this is the perfect meal in my eyes. Stand by, guys. All right, I'm gonna take a time real quick to show you exactly what I have. And I have all this measured out, and I just want to show you what I got. So here, let's start right here, right to left. Obviously, I have the broccoli and cauliflower. I have 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. You can use olive oil, you can use any oil you want to. I have these sweet peppers here, which they are pretty daggum good. I have a block of cheese, and I'm going to tell you the significance of this block of cheese here in a second. There's the avocado oil that I have. I have the broccoli, which is basically here. I used my food processor and I made my own broccoli rice. This is the last bag of cauliflower rice that I will have. After that, I've already got my bag sitting out for the other cauliflower right here that I'm going to be processing in my food processor. I have my butter set out, my cream cheese. Now, I have everything already measured out, as you can kind of see. So what I have here is 2 ounces of cream cheese, 2 ounces of butter, 100 grams of Rutabaga. What? Rutabaga, huh? Well, we're going to find out what that is here in a second. I have 1 ounce of cheese, 85 grams of cauliflower rice, 85 grams of broccoli rice, and 3 peppers. Okay, so one other ingredient that I forgot to set out is this right here. Large eggs. Oh, sorry. Large eggs. Now, I'm going to show you something on this box, okay? Now, you see this is not a trick box. I mean, there's real eggs in here, so I'm going to show you real quick, okay? There's real eggs in there. Now, the first person that can spot this problem on this box I'm getting ready to show you, I will give a shout out on my channel, so, and I'll promote you. Not that that means anything, but I want you to look at this label and I want you to look at it real closely, all right? I want you to tell me what's wrong with that label. There's going to be 2 eggs in this recipe. So let me go ahead and keep on telling you. This recipe you can tailor. This is just a guideline. You can make it less, you can make it more, you can make it less to fit your macros, more to make it more macro friendly, or less, whatever you want to do. This is just what I do. And I'm only eating 1 time a day right now, and so this will fulfill me all throughout the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that Rutabaga. Now, if you don't know what that is, let me show you what it looks like. This is what a Rutabaga looks like when you see it in the store. It looks like crap, actually. So this is what I cut off to make this recipe. Now, it's pretty cheap, and it takes the place of potatoes, believe it or not. It does very well, and it tastes very good. It's hard to believe. Now, on my food processor, what I did is I shredded, obviously, my bunch up, as you can see right here. And I made it coarse the first time, and it takes longer to cook coarse, so I did mine fine. You can do it with a hand shredder, but I decided to use my food processor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a quart of that butter in here with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to cook this. Now, once these get a little soft, which I'll show you here in a second, you can start adding the rest of your stuff. I recommend doing this first, okay? Okay, so with the butter just starting to melt a little bit, the oil's in here, you can probably tell. And I have the heat right now on 7.5. Now I'm going to turn it down a little in just a few minutes, but I just want to get the pan nice and warm. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add now my food processor right at the very end, obviously. It has these little pieces. Don't throw them away. They're good. One thing about the Rutabaga is you definitely want to cut all the waxy surface off, because if not, it won't taste very well. And we're going to go ahead and fry this up. No use to me record all this because you've seen stuff fried before. So I'll get this to where I think it is and I'll turn you back on. All right, so if you remember right, I told you that I was going to tell you the significance of this block of cheese. Now, I'm going to read the ingredients on the block of cheese, okay? If I didn't rip it all to pieces already. But it says Ingredients: pasteurized milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, annatto color, whatever that is. That's it. Nothing else. This is a bag of mozzarella. Okay, I had to make sure it's mozzarella after I said that. Anyway, so let me read the ingredients on this. Low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese, pasteurized part skim milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, potato starch, and powdered cellulose added to prevent caking. Natasamine, I don't know what that is. It's a natural mold inhibitor. If you watch Dr. Berg, you obviously should know that potato starch is not good for any keto diet. So the reason why it's in there, and the only reason I know this stuff I'm telling you is because I've watched it on Dr. Berg's channel and Thomas DeLauer. It is there to combat the cheese sticking together. There's 1 ounce of cheese. You see it's all together, unfortunately. Here is your cheese. I mean, it just goes right through. So that's the difference. Thought I'd throw that out there at you guys. Okay guys, what is this looking like to you now? Does it look kind of like hash browns? Exactly. You can make hash brown casserole with this. What I call this is my sunrise surprise. This literally tastes like potatoes. So, you know. I mean, obviously it's not, and it doesn't taste exactly like it, but it's pretty close. So this will take place of your potato cravings. You can make them into French fries and everything else. Alright guys, now we're at the next step. We are going to go ahead and add a little more butter. As you see, this is what I have left. I put the cream cheese in last. This only reason why I put the cream cheese in, because first of all, I love cream cheese. Secondly, is for the simple reason why, it's because it makes everything nice and creamy. Hence the name cream cheese. Alright, now I got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and I'm leaving a little bit for the last. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and just dump everything right on in here. So what I usually do, I just scoot everything to the side like so, and bam! I know, I just got a copyright saying bam, probably. Alright, I'll go ahead and let this heat up a little bit. I put a little bit more of the avocado oil in. Your rutabaga should be soft. I mean, it's already soft anyway, but it should not be super crunchy. At least, I don't like it super crunchy. So, I just keep it over here to the side a little bit, and I'll mix it here in just a few minutes. Okay, we've been cooking for roughly about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my spices in now. Now you can put, like I say, whatever you want in here. Obviously, I'm using the Himalayan salt. Not that crap. That's my wife's. She, for some reason, doesn't like this. I guess it's too healthy. And you can't go wrong with a little turmeric. Let's go ahead and put that in there because I love me some turmeric. Now, I use it on, I go crazy with this on a lot of different things, but not so much here in this. Just a little bit. Okay. Don't ask me how much. Just use whatever it takes. Now it's time, guys. It's time to mix. All right, now's the time I'm going to have my cream cheese. So it's been sitting out for a little while. It's still kind of cold, but it will melt perfectly right in here. Now what I did is I just moved everything aside, you see, and I just put it in the middle here, and I'll just let it mash it up and let it do its thing. It won't take very long, guys, and this thing will be ready to eat. You don't need a whole lot of it. You can put as much as you want. I just use right at 2 ounces. And you can use sour cream. Don't be afraid of sour cream. I love some sour cream too. Okay, one thing I want to tell you, on any of my cooking videos you've ever seen, I only own one, that's it, one Teflon pan, and that is it. It's really not Teflon, it's that green stuff, which I'm sure is probably just as safe for you as Teflon. But if you know anything about Teflon, when I got married, we were not even married yet, so it was probably 98. We went to this thing that sold us these pans. Not necessarily this one right here, but stainless steel. And they tell us all this stuff about Teflon, how bad it is, how it causes cancer, blah, blah, blah. And we have never used Teflon. The only place I use Teflon is at work. That's because that's what we have. So anyway, don't use Teflon, guys. Your next step is to put eggs in it. Okay. Still see that butter back there, don't you? I might just eat that butter. But I doubt it. All right, now you can add as many eggs as you want. I'm just adding 2 because I'm only eating 1 time today, and I'm sure you can see the time. Probably not in the camera, but it's 12:20, so I'll probably have like a fat bomb or something later on, and then that'll be it. All right, let's put a little more butter in there. What do you think? Just about half of that unit. Oh yeah. We are going to make a little hole again. This is just something I did. You don't have to do it, okay? You can do whatever you want. Now I'm getting ready to put the cheese on, okay? So what I like to do is melt this butter. And I'm not joking about the Teflon, guys. That is some serious stuff. You know, the only bad thing about Teflon or stainless steel is stuff sticks to it, obviously, and you have to clean it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see how it's sticking right there? But you know what? To me, it's worth it. Now, this is what I like to do. The rest of the oil, I'll just drizzle on. All right, and this will help with the cheese. So what we're going to do is we're going to take half of this ounce of cheese, okay, and we're going to put it as best as we can on top of this. All right, and we're going to just fold it over. This will be the binding agent. Now it's still not going to hold together unless you put a whole pile of cheese on here, and that's what I was doing at first. I was putting like 3 or 4 ounces on there, but then by the time I realized, you know, that's a lot of cheese for anybody, so I quit doing that. If you have any more spices you want to put on there, now's the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little more salt and just a touch more of turmeric because I like turmeric, and the rest of the cheese. And once this cheese is done, guys, you are ready to eat. You don't want to waste any of this cheese. You don't have an ounce. Alright, so there's nothing special about getting it out of the plate. You're just going to have to, or out of the pan, I mean, you're just going to have to either leave it in the pan, and all I ever do, I just go ahead and I just put it on there because who the heck cares? It's all going in your gullet anyway, so by the time you're done with it, who cares? Now that makes a pile of food, guys. I mean, there's the pan I was talking about. See? That is from the cheese, that is from the eggs, and so on and so forth. Easy to clean. You do it right now, easy to clean. So let me just tell you this right here. Sometimes, depending on if I'm lifting weights or whatever I'm doing, sometimes I'll put a can of potted meat in here. You can put Spam, you can put whatever you want. I'm not doing it today. I'm just not going to today. But don't be afraid to put potted meat here. I know potted meat sounds like, oh, but I'm going to tell you what. It's some pretty good stuff. Okay? This is one of my other favorite things to put in here. Some Texas Pete or some Chipotle or something. Other than that, guys, we're ready to eat. Oh, man. This is good, guys. All right, guys. Time for the macro breakdown. Now, this, like I said, you can tailor it however you want to, okay? You don't have to make it the exact way I did. You can use less, you can use more. You can add things, you can add onions. Don't let this be just this. Add things to it. You know, I've added onion, I've added more green peppers, I've added, you know, all kinds of stuff. I mean, potted meat, I've added Spam. Everything I've said, I've added to it. It's so good. Okay, so here, just the way I made it today, with everything that you saw, with all the oil, with all the butter and cream cheese and all, the total fat for that meal is 114 grams of fat. The calories is 1,228. The protein is 24.3 the way it sits. And the net carbs for the whole entire thing is 20. A lot of those are from vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe. And here is the corny joke of the day. Where did Noah keep all of his honeybees? In his ark hives. Like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, guys.